Hello again, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is McPato and this is McPato PC. And today I'm bringing you episode 4 in the weekly Sqeaky Bits, my weekly tech show where I discuss some articles that I've come across that I feel might be of interest to you guys because they were of interest to me. So starting off today's show, we're going to jump right in and talk about Firefox Quantum, which is the 57th version of Mozilla's Firefox. So they are actually changing the name to Firefox Quantum. There's some talk in the article that it's because of Quantum Leap. I don't know if you guys remember the TV show in the 80s, Quantum Leap, but Scott Bakula was in there. Anyway, back to this. Effectively, what they're saying is that it's twice as fast as the previous version of Mozilla's Firefox. It competes in terms of loading speeds for pages with Google Chrome, beating it in some cases. And they're hoping to take back some of the market share that Google has taken. Apparently, Google Chrome provides 55% of web browsing on a global scale. So definitely it's not Internet Explorer anymore. It's Google Chrome is the big dog, and Mozilla is trying to take some of that back. So if you're interested in trying a new web browsing experience, or perhaps you already have it, feel free to upgrade once the beta is complete, which should be any day now, and test out Firefox Quantum. Moving ahead, just linked a cool article in the description which breaks down the cost of components that go into the iPhone 8 Plus. So if you've ever wondered how much Apple pays for screens, for memory, for the housing, the body, whatever, every part is broken down in the article below, and certainly worth checking out. I was interested just to see, and that's published by IHS Markit's annual breakdown. They apparently do this every year, so IHS Markit does a breakdown every year of the iPhone. They found that in this case, the iPhone 8 Plus costs $17 more to produce than the iPhone 7 Plus, bringing the total in at $288. Apple then turns around and sells that same phone for $799. So, but I mean, you have to factor in labor costs, and I understand that costs are rising in China. So certainly you can add a few dollars there for labor. So still a hefty profit for Apple. So I think the bottom line is that Apple is doing well. So if you're an Apple shareholder, you should make out pretty well this quarter. All right, moving on to our next story. EK Waterblocks is releasing 2 new monoblocks for X299 motherboards. As you guys probably have heard, the VRMs on X299 motherboards can become pretty warm, pretty toasty. There was VRM gate when it first came out. Throttling occurred often, etc., etc. They've come a long way, and I would say that I myself am on the fence in terms of Threadripper or Skylake X. Truthfully, the 7820 is pretty appealing to me, as is the Threadripper 1920X, or 7820X for Intel as well, pardon me. So those are 2 options. Now, there is a monoblock I've seen for Threadripper already. This monoblock here, or these 2, are for the Asus ROG Rampage 6 Extreme and Apex. The part number is EKFB Asus ROG 6E RGB. And as you know, there is RGB in the actual monoblock. It does look pretty cool, and if you're in the market for something like that, definitely have a look. I would be very interested if I was building an X299 based computer in something like this to help keep everything cool, not limit my ability to overclock. And Skylake X does perform very, very well in gaming and in productivity. So if you can unleash that potential with high overclocks, I think you've got a winner. So certainly have a look if you're in the market for that. Moving ahead, we're just going to take a quick look at a couple of new motherboards coming out for AMD. First one is the Gigabyte Designere, which is a primo motherboard. It's got a beautiful silver and black sort of design. It features dual LAN connections on the motherboard. It's got Wi-Fi built in. It's got a Thunderbolt 3 header on the motherboard. Support is going to come later on, it sounds like, once the Raven Ridge APUs come out and Gigabyte's able to finalize the standard or meet the requirements of the standard. Something about video output being required. So they're just waiting on that. There's a footnote in the article I've linked below. So definitely this motherboard looks good. This motherboard is, if I was going with a Threadripper build, this is something I would look at. It's gonna sell for around $390 US, so hefty price, but impressive motherboard. The next motherboard we're going to look at is from MSI, and it's for the AM4 socket, and it is called the MSI X370 Gaming M7 ACK motherboard. So it's just a short name there, but certainly, again, if you're in the market for a Ryzen system, have a look at this guy. It looks great. It's got a ton of features, even a U.2 port. Comes with a Wi-Fi adapter based on the picture I see here. It's got the Mystic Light. It's got, it's got everything, essentially, that you can get on a Threadripper system. So if you're looking for the flagship from MSI on a Ryzen system, check the motherboard I've just indicated. Sorry, I forgot the name already. The X370 Gaming M7 ACK from MSI. Moving on, there's been a price leak for Coffee Lake desktop processors, and big surprise, the trend of Intel increasing prices continues, though they can't really be blamed. And per core, the price has gone down $22 per core. The total price of the flagship i7 8700K Coffee Lake processor, which features 6 cores, 12 threads, and a base clock of 3.8 gigahertz. They're saying on this article that it's going to sell for $400 US, or at least that's the MSRP, and that is compared to the MSRP of $354 for the i7 7700K Kaby Lake processor that came out a short while ago. Per core, they're saying here the 7700K was $88.50 per core, compared to $66.70 per core for the 8700K. So some progress there, and the performance looks good. So overall, we'll have to wait and see in terms of value. Corsair is releasing some faster memory. So if you've got a need for speed and you have an Intel-based computer with the appropriate sockets, which are linked or discussed in the description, specifically the Z270 and I believe X299 chipsets, they're coming out with this RAM. It's 4500 and 4600 megahertz. So if you want to get the top of the line fastest memory, have a look at these guys. And finally, just going to quickly touch on this article, which is of course linked below. Intel apparently is claiming that the reason they had to switch from Z or Z270 to Z or Z370, I have to pronounce it for my American friends, Z, and I think the rest of the world Z, so I don't know. Anyway, they're saying here that the 6-core 12-thread processors need more power than Z270 motherboards can provide. The TDP of the 8700K is 95 watts. The TDP of the 4-core 8-thread Kaby Lake is 91 watts. They are suggesting that 4-watt difference is why they're coming out with a new chipset, new motherboard for Coffee Lake. Anyway, I'll let you guys read the article. It's in the description. And let me know what you guys think. Do you buy it? Is it necessary? Or could they have maybe gotten away with using Z270? So anyway, this has been episode 4 of Weekly Sqeaky Bits. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.